William Hill sponsors IFL TV.
I'm the man to beat Daniel Dubois. You're going to sleep.
This is AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in New York City, a city that Michael Conlan knows very well.
Very well, very well.
It's fight week, not for yourself, but for your gym mate, Josh Kelly.
Yeah.
Probably the most competitive fight that there is tonight on the card.
Yeah, probably so. Probably the most competitive fight on the card. And I don't even think he'll get credit for that because people just love to criticise and stuff on Josh. But it's a good fight. It's a good step up in class for him. It's a big step up in class, but when I can see him coming through and shining and looking really good doing so.
When you're around the gym, was it in Red Hill, Surrey, right? Yeah. You've obviously got Adam Booth leading the charge, Charlie B there, yourself, Joe Joyce, new addition, Josh Kelly, Ryan Burnett, Eubank. Do you guys sort of like buzz off each other, or you?
I think so. There's great energy in the gym when you've got H and stuff there.
How can I forget Hype Man?
He's the hype man, and also he's just a good guy and a close friend. So, it's a fantastic energy in the gym, and even with Big Joe in the gym now, it's even better. Joe's a funny big dude, and it's a great gym with great talent as well. And so we're all pushing each other on.
This is the thing people don't get about Joe Joyce. He's actually a very funny guy. He's got his own sense of humour.
Yeah.
I'm sure you found that out over time.
Yeah, and I've known Joe for a good few years from the amateur setup and stuff. So I've always liked Joe, and I've always found him quite funny. So it's great to have him a part of the gym now, and always there. He's always there. He's always training. He trains hard, and even when he's sparring and stuff, he goes like. Big dudes, you don't really see big dudes sparring 12 rounds often, but he spars 12 rounds, 3-4 different people, sometimes more than 12 rounds. He's flying. He's a great addition to the gym.
I saw a picture of you in Paris, just a little break.
Yeah, just a wee weekend. See, I've already been in training now for the last since maybe early April. When I went on holiday after St. Patrick's Day fight, I came back and was straight back into training. So I've been in training. So. I decided I'll go away with the kids for the weekend, because it's really going to be the last time I'm going to be able to do anything with them until, August 3rd.
So it's your homecoming, August 3rd. When the fight became official with Vladimir, has there ever been a camp where you've been so motivated and up for it?
Never been a fight I've been so motivated for it. Maybe in the amateurs, when you're fighting in world finals and stuff and things like that, you're super motivated, and even other fights. But for this one as a professional, it's the first time I've been motivated. I think this one will show my actual talent, and they'll be able to see how you can gauge me after this one, because they're the ones I haven't even been really able to get up for, and it's shit to say that, but it's true. When you're at the highest levels as an amateur, and then you're fighting these lesser guys who you know you're going to beat, it's hard to kind of get up for them. And maybe sometimes you approach it with a wrong mindset, so I think this one, how the styles will clash is going to be great for the fans to watch, and also for me, just finally have someone who's going to come and try to take my head off, because I've thought there's really guys who have been matched against who would do that, but no one has tried it yet. So the fact that I know he'll come and try to throw bombs and knock me out from round one, I think you'll see the best of me.
Not only is there history between you two, but obviously, as I said, it's your homecoming, and there's a festival that week. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it. Do you want to?
The Fela, yeah.
Okay, when you spell it, it doesn't seem like that's how it'd be.
It's Irish language, so it's an Irish word, and it's a festival of West Belfast, and it was created back in the Troubles. This is the 31st year of it, to give the people of West Belfast something to celebrate. I'm the main event of it now this year, so it's going to be special. 8 to 10,000 people outdoor in literally my back garden. It's a 2-minute walk from my mum's house.
Wow.
So when the festival's on, they usually just sit in the garden and listen to music. They don't need to even go to the festival or buy tickets. They just sit there and listen. So, I'm very very lucky, very grateful for MTK and Top Rank for making this happen, because without them this would not be happening, and you know, it's something that I've wanted from since I turned pro, and the fact that I have it here in this festival, the fact that Fela have made this possible, and asked for me to be, you know, the main event of their festival, you know, I'm hugely grateful.
Michael, I do want to ask you about a tweet. I can't remember the writer's name. It was about you and Shakur Stevenson. What was his name?
Adam something, is it?
Adam, yeah.
I don't know how to say it.
Abramounts or something. I can't say his surname. But we know, I'm sure people will know who we're talking about. Bob Arum made some comments about yourself and Shakur Stevenson, and then this writer that we're referring to, what did he exactly say? Do you remember?
Like, oh, good on them because you don't want to embarrass Mick or some shit like that. You see, I have that guy muted. I just get sent that tweet. I have him muted because he's always talking shit. And you know what? These people. And then he says, someone called him out on it, and he says, "Oh, I actually like Mick." But like, if you're liking people, why do you try to talk shit about them like that? You know what I mean? He always tries to talk shit, so fuck him.
Okay. So you've got him muted, so you won't see his tweets from now.
I never see his tweets. Someone just sent me it, so I called him out.
Oh, so you had him muted before?
I had him muted before because he's talked shit previously in the past. But I just called him out and says, "How did you score Canelo Jacobs?" Because I know he had Jacobs winning Wade against Canelo. So, and I heard he even then when he replied, he tried to backtrack. He says, "Oh, I re-scored it. I had an off night." Sure you there? Oh, fuck that.
Okay.
I have no personal thing against him. I just know he's a shit talker. So fuck him.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Mentioning Bob Arum and Top Rank, they've got some stable now, and obviously this whole collaboration with MTK will come on to it. But in terms of stable, you look at Terence Crawford, Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, yourself, Tyson Fury, Frampton, Burnett. It just goes on and on. Like, they really are taking over, not only in terms of American fighters, European fighters, and now British fighters as well.
Yeah, isn't it? Top Rank have been, you know, the best promoters in the world, the biggest promoters in the world for a long time, and you know, in America, you know yourself when you're watching boxing growing up, it was the big Top Rank shows, Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. These were all the big nights, the big shows, and now we've got, you know, the biggest management company in the world, MDK, collaborating with them, who have MDK probably have more fighters than any other management company combined. So
by far.
So the fact that they've mixed the two together, now you've got the likes of Tyson Fury, Frampton, Burnett, myself, all of us with along with Top Rank. You know, I was the leader. I was with them first. So now everybody else has followed, and the link is there. It's fantastic. It's definitely the big superpower in boxing right now, I think, especially with ESPN too.
Of course.
ESPN is probably the hugest platform in the world. You know, over 100 million homes in America. ESPN Plus has a lot more subscribers than the Zone. So, it's fantastic. It's great for boxing, and I think it's great for MTK and Top Rank to be able to have so much, you know, so much fighters and of high caliber also.
Well, when you put it like that, you've got the biggest TV network worldwide, the biggest app in terms of they've got 2 million plus subscribers on ESPN Plus, the biggest promotional company in a Top Rank, the biggest management company in MTK. Put that all together, and it's only gonna provide success.
Unbelievable, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it keeps progressing because, you know, now ESPN Plus is doing all the UK shows and all the shows from over here.
Kazakhstan,
Dubai, you know, and even further afield, Australia, I think is going to be happening too at some stage.
Okay.
But the fact that these shows are now being shown in America, you know yourself, growing up, you would have seen loads of American fighters, coming up, prospects and stuff. But they never really get to see any fighters from Ireland or the UK coming through the ranks. So the fact that the American audience is getting their eyes open to the European kind of market is fantastic too.
Michael, if it all goes to plan against Vladimir, August 3rd, has Bob spoken to you about anything? What could be next?
Yeah, we spoke about it, you know, and it looks like, you know, we're gonna possibly be moving there next, back down the 122, and then hopefully for St. Patrick's Day World Title fight. That's the 2 more fights this year after August, and then, you know, St. Patrick's Day World Title shot.
Back at MSG?
Back at MSG,
okay.
back at home. fucking king in New York here.
Well, you did tell me yesterday when you was having that picture with Usyk, the two kings.
The two kings in New York.
Yeah.
He's some guy.
Yeah.
Some scary man, but he's a lovely guy.
He's actually a very nice guy.
Really nice guy.
But him and Egas are a little bit intimidated, but they've always been gentlemen. So, yeah.
No, they're good guys.
Yeah. Michael, I do want to get your thoughts on the heavyweight mix. We are here obviously for Joshua Ruiz, providing he comes through tonight, which he should. What's your whole opinion on this ducking thing? You know, some people say Hearn and Joshua are to blame. Some people say Wilder is to blame. Now it seems like Wilder and Fury are going to rematch. Have you seen that?
I've seen that, but really, is it just like a bit of marketing because it's the night before the Joshua fight comes out and stuff? You know, it's stuff Floyd Mayweather used to do. You know what I mean? And maybe he's taking a leaf out of his book. Maybe Al is telling him to do that kind of thing. But I don't know. Look, that's not. I believe that Tyson Fury is the best out of the lot of them. I would love to see Fury versus AJ next, if that was a possibility. I've seen AJ actually speaking to Frampton. He says he would like to sit down and talk with Fury.
Yeah.
And if that one could happen, I think that would be fantastic. And I know I would be sure, you know, Fury would be open to that even before the Wilder rematch.
Well, Fury turned down the White fight this week, and there's a lot of suggestions. You know, he's getting a lot of hate, let's say, online. But in his defence, he travelled to Germany, Klitschko's backyard. Yeah. He travelled to America for Wilder when no one wanted to fight him, and that was 3 years of drink, mental health issue, and he still won in 90% of people's eyes. So I don't think it's fair to say he's ducking anyone.
No, I don't think so. I think, you know, he probably thinks that Dylan White to step back in that direction, and you know, it's not making any offense to Dylan White. He probably just wants the champions, even though he's fighting this Thomas Schwartz next.
But that's because the whole ESPN deal.
Yeah, that's
really.
the ESPN thing. That's kind of getting the building the relationship with Top Rank. You know, getting that one in there. But I think he just wants to make the big fights, the big money fights, and you know, if I'm sure if Dylan White was with Top Rank and with ESPN and MTK, 100% they can happen. 2 seconds.
Is that Harlem?
Probably Harlem.
Let him in.
We'll get him in. Yo.
Why have you been put on? What is going on?
Huh?
What is going on? You're staying in a 5-star hotel.
This is how we do this. Is how we do it.
What were we talking about?
Fury.
Yeah, you know what? What ESPN did obviously reach out to White. Yeah. There was rumours they were talking. So
yeah,
there was, and ESPN reached out to Wilder as well. But it seems like everyone's own networks are just keeping.
I would say so. Sky don't want to lose Dylan White, I don't think. And they're probably more, you know, more in control of him than Eddie, because at the minute he seems like, you know, he's having problems with Eddie because he wants the Joshua fight and he seems he's getting offered less money and stuff and all that. But I don't know. It's an interesting kind of mix at the minute with the heavyweights, and listen, no matter what, it's fantastic for boxing. People are talking about boxing again. You know, even here in New York, you've got AJ here. The hype around the sport again is unbelievable. So, and if I'm honest, it's all down to the heavyweights. It's all down to the heavyweights, and these guys are making it better for the smaller guys, and you know, bringing more money in the boxing again.
I think it's good you say that, because I remember when I first started this job, when talking to fighters, I'd only talk to them about their own weight class, their own sort of careers, etc. But the fact that you've kind of said they are bringing obviously the money to the game, and it's for everyone, that I'm sat here with you still talking about the heavyweights, and it is just a talking point even for fighters in other weight classes, because it is such a sort of interesting thing at the moment.
People, the general public want to see big guys punch the head of each other and knockouts, and mainly the big guys are the guys who score the knockouts. You know, the Joshuas, the Wilders, the devastating ones, your Tysons and stuff back in the day, and they make it. They look like a obviously like huge giants for everybody, and the general public look at them like these big, you know, monsters. So the fact that they're out there doing their thing and bringing attention to boxing again, for all of us, for everybody, they've got to be thankful. And I would say AJ is probably one of the main guys for that, just because of how he is, his public perception, how people see him and how he comes across, how he speaks. He's made boxing sexy for the general public. That's what he has done. You know, the kids can aspire to be like AJ. You know, he came from, you know, rough upbringing, and now he's top of the world, and you know, it's fantastic. You know, there's loads of stories they got in boxing, and even from the lower weights and stuff, but when it's the big man, it's different.
Yeah, commercially he's a different entity. I think it's fair to say him and Canelo are the biggest draws in the sport. Yeah. All right, Michael.
But I think with the general public, AJ is more. Maybe,
do you reckon?
Maybe not so much yet in America, but definitely in Europe. AJ has changed boxing. I say probably more people in Europe would be AJ fans than just boxing fans.
And Africa, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. There's loads of AJ fans who are not even boxing fans. They're just AJ fans, but they're coming into the sport and they're paying. So you know, it's good for everyone.
Actually, just the last one, Michael. Do you think the chances of Joshua Fury happening actually do rely on MTK Global? Bringing Sky Sports, BT together, bringing Hearn and Warren together, and Bob Arum, obviously.
I'd say Bob and MTK are the two main, you know, the main guys behind Fury now. So MTK have probably the biggest role of getting Tyson to do, you know, choose what fights is, because there's a management team obviously, and you know, they have a good relationship with everybody. They're not just tied with Top Rank and Warren.
That's what I mean. We saw it in the Billy Joe Saunders Andrade thing. Obviously that didn't happen for other reasons, but that fight would have never really have happened if it weren't for MTK. They were the middlemen in it. So hopefully with Joshua Fury that could be the same case.
I hope so. And you know, they are the best management company in the world, biggest management company in the world. So if anybody can help get it done, it's MTK.
Alright, Michael, appreciate your time on IFL TV. Wish you the best of luck ahead of your much anticipated fight against Vladimir Nikitin, August 3rd. Get yourself down there, or watch on ESPN Plus here in America.
Tickets are almost sold out, so I think they are sold out. So there's not many left. So
if
you can watch it, get on. I think it's going to be on BT.
BT in England.
It'll be on ESPN Plus in America. So tune in.
Definitely. Enjoy the card tonight. Best of luck with Josh Kelly, and we will catch your word soon.
Thank you.
William Hill sponsors IFL TV.
I'm the man to beat Daniel Dubois. You're going to sleep.